And you know, within what you are calling protocols, if the president was here and he spoke, nobody else would speak. Sini hivyo waziri. Also in the church, mahubiri ikihubiriwa, kuna maneno mengine inasemwa. Sitakuwa ya kuharibu ujumbe huo wa nguvu tumeupata. MCA Kiroga. Unajua ulikuwa MCA wakati wa shosho. Na niliona vile ulikuwa unasubuka. Jo hapa usome haraka sana. Sitaketi, nitasimama usome. Kwa sababu sitataka uende ukaseme unajitaka Kiroga ni ndirarugirirwo ni bishop. Ugama hau. Thoma kile ugothoma.
Thank you very much, Lord Bishop. I'll go straight into leading the tribute to Florence, celebrating the life of our wonderful and gracious lady, the late Florence Jerry Makomi Mongai, who was a dear cousin to me and to many others. Giving all praise and honor to God. The Bible tells us in Psalms 116:15, precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. But though precious in the eyes of the Lord, at times it leaves a sorrowful void in our hearts as we reminisce on the different encounters and interactions we had with those who have lived in our midst and whom we share fond and precious memories with. That's our predicament today as we congregate here in our hundreds to bid farewell to our mother, a sister, a friend, an astute lawyer, a fellow church member to the St. Joseph of Alimadea congregation, which she loved so much and which loved her back in equal measure. A wonderful lady whom we each knew and related with from an individual and different perspective. A good-hearted person who always wore a trademark smile that easily turned into good humor and laughter every so often. To her three wonderful children, Peter, Isaac, and Grace, she was a beacon of hope and strength in the 17 years that she raised them single-handedly after the demise of her late husband. She loved them with all her heart, and she has done a marvelous job of molding them into very responsible young adults that they are today, and I'm sure many of us can attest to that. May they always walk in the positive ways their dear mom have always wished them to, and may all of us who loved Florence be willing to continue being part of that wish, be it in prayers or in any other way to ensure that our children attain the best in their chosen paths in life, which was the cherished dream of their departed mom. On behalf of the many cousins, as well as her friends and relatives from Udaya, where she was born and raised in her formative years, we have lost a wonderful team player that she was when it came to dealing with issues affecting and concerning our family, as well as our community in Shigatland. She never said no to matters concerning our family, especially where contributions were needed. She always participated. She mostly coordinated the Nairobi side, as I coordinated and managed the execution of our plans and arrangements on the ground. She was particularly in her best element during cousins meetings, where she would laugh so hard as we recounted our upbringing in the village, where picking tea was mandatory. When I was elected as the MC in our Shiga ward for the first time, I found Flo serving in various secondary school boards. After the lapse of that tenure, I duly resubmitted her name in several of these school boards, not because she was my cousin, but because she has over the years always exhibited a strong desire to give back to her society, especially by participating in the molding of a better generation, by supporting the education sector, especially in the area where she was born and brought up. It's not a wonder that God has blessed her own children with great academic brilliance, with one of them, Isaac, making his way to the globally acclaimed Harvard University, where top performers in the world, such as President Barack Obama, have passed through. Because God will always bless your children with what you wish for other people's children. Flo was a very resilient person and who tackled personal challenges in a most stoic manner. 3 years ago, Florence casually commented in one of our many discussions that she had recently undergone some medical procedure, but she was now okay. She mentioned she had even been briefly admitted to hospital. And why didn't you inform me so that I could pay you a visit? I inquired. I didn't want to bother you that much, and I know how busy your schedules normally are. Florence was a most dependable ally during my first term as an MCA. On August 9th, General Elections Day, I woke up to a beautiful message and greatly encouraging from Florence, and it read, "Dear cousin, my prayer is that the Lord's blessings and favor be with you today. May you emerge victorious in Jesus' name. You are in my prayers. Take courage and continue being strong." And I emerged victorious. Yes, that was Flo, and that was her life. Avoiding worrying too much about herself while reaching out to support others in her circle of friends, family, and relatives. As I conclude, recently, I was informed that Florence was unwell, and I visited her home, and when I went there, she was very happy. On that day, I reprimanded Florence gently because she has always been supporting my work there on the ground. And I asked her why she had allowed me to be disturbing her despite her being unwell, to which she witty replied, "You see, cousin, it's me who has been a bit sick. The money was not sick." That simply left me with no comeback, and we had a good laugh about it. After about 2 hours at her home, sitting side by side, chatting happily, it was time for me to go back to Nyeri. And cousin Florence told me these words: "Thank you so much, my dear cousin, for visiting me. I'm so happy, and I love you so much." And I responded, "I love you too, cousin, and may God heal you." God's healing have come in a form we as humans wouldn't have wanted or anticipated, by arresting Florence from worldly troubles and tribulations. Today, all of us gathered here, dear cousin Florence, are united in that collective affirmation that we love you very much, and we will always do. We will always remember you because you had a beautiful heart and you are a decent person. Your precious memory will always dwell in our hearts and thoughts for as long as our lives endure. Fare thee well, cousin Florence. Thank you very much, Bishop.
Thank you.